Good afternoon, people. Welcome back to the channel, Kev from KRT Electrical Services. Yeah, today we are going to be rewiring a brand new build garage, and I will show you why. So yeah, so stay tuned. Firstly, please like, subscribe, press notification bell for future videos. I do intend to upload some more videos and create some more content, so hopefully yeah, if you do that, then you'll get notification for it. So yeah, stay tuned. Right, let's get involved. Right, people, we are in this new build garage, as you can see, and it's pretty long, and we've got a little helper today. What's your name? Anyway, this is a brand new build garage, Bellway Estate in Colchester, and it happens to be my garage. We've moved to a new house, so yeah, but when I come into this garage, basically it's very long. It's about 1.5 times a normal standard garage. I came in here and I was pretty disappointed, to be fair, and as you can see, we go from light to dark, and the reason for that is in this massive garage we've got one light, which is absolutely ridiculous for a garage this size. And again, not only have we only got one light, we've got one socket at one end, and that is it. That is all we've got in here to power stuff or lighting, etc, etc. So what I'm going to do today is take all that out, and the reason I'm going to take all that out is because, as you can see up there, the cables are basically just lashed in. You know, they are clipped, but there's no method of keeping them in place in the event of a fire, like premature collapse and all that sort of stuff. So which is relevant throughout a residential building or residential home, so I class this as part of a residential home. So yeah, what we're going to do is take this out, take that out, and we're going to create a conduit system for a lighting circuit and a socket circuit. Got some metal clad sockets, and yeah, and then we've got 4 integral LED batten lights, 4-foot batten lights, which we're going to put up here to make it a lot brighter, because I use this as a workshop and to create some content in. So yeah, I want it nice and bright, and a lot better than it is at the moment. So yeah, bearing in mind this is brand new build, I think that, and then one socket, is pretty ridiculous, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, the installation itself, it's fed via this 10mm SWA into this Wilex board, and we have a socket circuit and a 20 amp socket circuit, 6 amp lighting circuit, and a main switch. The reason for that is the main board inside the house, this 10mm is fed via a 40 amp MCB, which has got a Type A RCD protection as well. So we've got RCD protection upstream at the origin of the installation. And then yeah, 100 amp main cut-out fuse. So TNCS supply, and they've exported the PME out here. There are no extraneous conductive parts out here, so I don't see a problem with having PME out here rather than putting an earth stake in the ground and creating the TT system, etc, etc. I think it's perfectly safe and perfectly adequate as to how it's been done. So we're just going to stay with that, but create a conduit system for the lights, supply the lights and supply the sockets. So what we're going to have is, as you can see, I've got a motorbike which needs charging, so I'm going to have a 2 gang there, or maybe a bit further up, because I'm going to change this up and over door for a roller shutter, so that will need a power supply. Probably put a socket here, and then over near the workbench, a socket here and a socket here for stuff that we're using on the workbench, plus the tumble dryer. So yeah, and then as I say, not sure how many of these batten lights we're going to use yet. However, we've got 4. Whether I put 3 up, I'm not sure, or whether I just go the whole hog and put 4 up, I'm not sure. But how I'm going to operate them is, obviously I want to switch by the door, so if you come in you can switch it on, and I also want to switch by the cabin door, which is there. So instead of running 3-core and earth back and forth, all I'm going to do is use one of the Kinetic receivers with the MK grid switches, and then I can put as many switches as I like dotted around that garage, really. So yeah, and how I'll do that is put a little adaptable box here put the receivers in the adapter box, and then just wire straight up to when the lights are going. So yeah, all in all, should be a nice little job. And yeah, stay tuned. So let's get involved, shall we? Let's get going. So slight change of plan. This adaptable box, these knockouts are 25mm. I'm only using 20mm white conduit. So yeah, it's worked out no good. So what I've done instead is I've mounted a 47mm pattress, and then I've actually cut 2 holes in it, because this one I didn't have a 47 in a double, in a 2 gang. So yeah, what I've done is cut 2 holes in it with a hole saw, used a bush and coupler, so that goes through to the board. This is all isolated now, by the way, and then dropped a laser up to take the conduit up to that first beam there. What I'm thinking is three of these batten lights, which are 5,150 lumens each. 3 of them should be plenty in this area. So what I was going to do is, this is pretty much centre of the garage, because you've got a truss there, and obviously your centre truss. So I'll measure centre to here, mount one centre, and then decide how far over I'm going to mount them over here. Obviously that garage up and over door is there at the moment, but that is going to be replaced with a roller shutter, so we are going to want that light's not going to be wasted, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just measure from centre here over, and then decide where I'm going to put those lights, and I think 3 of them will be enough. So yeah, but that's where we are at the moment. So, and we'll fit our wireless receiver in there fine, and when it comes to doing the outside lights at some point, what we'll probably do is just have a back box next to that, and then they'll just be labelled accordingly. So yeah, nice. So what I like about these integral LED battens is they're a pretty good price, to be perfectly honest with you, and they're freely available from a local. I think I got these from Toolstation, to be perfectly honest, and they're significantly cheaper than anything else I get from the wholesalers. But they've got conduit entries both ends, 20mm. But what I really like is these little buttons here. You press them. Let me try and do this one-handed. Bear with me. That's that way, isn't it? You press them, and what that does is it releases the end of the batten light itself. Press it again, and then that flaps over, and then that hangs nice and securely, as you can see, like that. So they're very easy to fit for that reason. So, and obviously got push connections and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I really like them for that reason. So yeah, what I'm about to do is ping a laser up along here. I've marked centre, which is that pencil mark up there. You probably can't see it. And then I'm going to measure 2 meters from the centre, which is about there, and over the top of the garage door, and that's where the 3 battens are going to be fitted. So so yeah, I'm going to ping a laser along this line so we get all the edges in line, and then we'll mount them. So I'll put you on side, time lapse, and then you can see what I'm doing. Right, so we've pinged all the lights with the lasers, with the laser. So yeah, nice and level, nice and straight. That's centre of the garage, 2 meters away, 2 meters away. So what we'll do now is concentrate on our conduit up, whoosh, into that one, back to this beam here, probably along to that one, into that beam, or into that light, along to that one. and then that'll be the lights pretty much done. And obviously just need terminating testing, and yeah, so we'll get some conduit on the wall. Right, got that conduit up. I had to put a little kink in it because I drilled this hole further away from the wall than I would have liked to. I'm going to clean all this up, but so I had to put a little kink in it, which is not slightly straight, but well, it's not quite straight, but it's all right. It's good. So I've used the D lines there, saddle, D line, saddle, and then that's secured in there. It goes into that first light. So now ping the laser along this beam, as you can see, which is going to, that's where I'm going to measure out my D-line saddles and stuff, bring it along to the second light, and bring it along to the third light. So yeah, all in all, making good progress. Once we got the conduit up and fed into the lights, we'll obviously pull some singles through. So shouldn't be too long because they're all pretty much straight to the little joint boxes anyway. So yeah, all in all, going all right. Welcome back. Here we are. Right, so conduit system is all up and running, all fitted, as you can see. So we come out the board, bush and coupler into here where we're going to put our wireless receiver. We've gone up, this all needs cleaning, gone up straight into this light here, and then we're going to come out all the way down here. These have been D-lined plus saddled, so D-line, saddle, D-line, saddle. Goes into that light fitting there, and then come to the end. I've been at a 90, still needs cleaning again, as you see. And yeah, so next thing is get my singles, pull my singles in, and sorry about the light, it's a bit naff, but yeah, pull my singles in, wire it, test it, and then off we go. So yeah, we'll get back to you once we've done that. Right, we're all wired, cables are all been pulled through. I have linked them all out and tested my R1R2, and my R1R2 was 0.29 for that circuit. So yeah, linked them all out, and then what I've done, obviously pulled cables down here and started connecting this wireless unit, this Kinetic receiver. Anyone that hasn't seen these, I have got a video up here where I do an upstairs rewire with these because the landlord didn't want any damage to the wall to run switch cables down. So yeah, I have done another video with these, and I always use them, been using these for quite a few years now. But yeah, simply all you do is you've got your supply from the board, your live, neutral and earth, and then you've got a live in, neutral in, and then your neutral out, live out, and obviously you'll link your earths through. But yeah, this effectively acts like a switch. So when you click these Kinetic switches, they create a radio frequency, which when these are paired with that receiver, activates this and makes the outside live. So so yeah, very simple simple solution really, but very, very effective if you want to add another light somewhere without causing damage to walls and stuff. So what I do is I'll get on with wiring this. This is going to be mounted in here, stuck in here, and then I'll put a blanking plate on here, label, etc, etc. But yeah, it's a nice solution really, for this sort of, well, not this sort of job really, but internally, if someone doesn't want damage to their house, their walls, then it's great. But yeah, so we'll get that wired up, we'll terminate these into the lights, and then come back to you when it's all live and up. So yeah. Right, so we've terminated the lights, all the lights are terminated as you can probably see, and now we're in a position to energise because we've done all our initial verification. So we're in a position to energise and energise that circuit. So that circuit is now on. I'll switch that on as well. That's the sockets, the existing sockets. And then what you do is, because we've energised that circuit, we've now got power comes to this wireless receiver. So we hold this button in for 3 seconds. And as you'll see, it starts flashing red. So what we do is, you've seen all this before, but I'll go through it again. Click the switch. There we go. And of course we want a switch here, but also a switch there. So we've got this one which I paired, but also we've got a second one. So what we do again is hold that in 3 seconds, let that flash, and then click that second one. So now we've got 2 switches that we can turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off. So yeah, there we go. Just a couple other bits of live testing to do. Obviously I need to test the RCD back at the board, etc, etc. But yeah, the initial verification of that circuit is all fine. So just got a few bits to finish off, like put the covers on there, but other than that it's all good. So yeah, let me come back to you once I've finished everything, and we'll say goodbye. Right, here we are people, we are done. So this is a 2-part job. We are doing lighting in here and sockets, but I'm conscious of how long the video is going to be, so I'll do a video for the lighting, which I've done now, and then the sockets I'm doing tomorrow. So I'll do another video for that. But yeah, here we are anyway, it's a finished product. So yeah, we're obviously using the same MCB, but we've stripped out all the old wiring, relabeled that, pushing a couple of through to double box where we've got our wireless receiver, and then conduit system which we've put in just all the way along there, 90 at the end to the last light. And I'm sure you'll agree that is a damn sight brighter than it was. So yeah, that's 3 4-foot LED buttons that have that I've changed. So taken all the old pendant down and stuff. But yeah, that's it for this one. Done my testing, so obviously I'll do a certificate for that. Yeah, we're all happy. So so yeah, thanks for watching. As I say at the start, I'm going to be uploading some more content, so please like, subscribe, press the bell. It helps the channel grow and stuff. And yeah, look forward to seeing you soon. See you later. Bye bye.